it's about 4 minutes from where we're staying. We were watching some videos last night. It seems really clear. Water seems like it has good visibility. The beach we were at yesterday was beautiful. Megan's Bay was beautiful. A little cloudy. It was hard to kind of see, maybe even like a foot in front of you outside. It was difficult because you came right up at me.
It was so weird because it looked clear.
It did. It looked beautiful. It looked clear. And then you get in and it's kind of just like you can barely see a foot in front of you. But nonetheless, I mean, so we just had we stayed there all day anyway. It was beautiful. So we just relaxed. We snorkeled a little bit anyway. We enjoyed our time there. We were there till 6 o'clock in the evening, just hanging out, relaxing. We got a burger, pina colada. It was really, really nice. But as far as for metal detecting, the visibility was low, so not the greatest.
We were able to get targets. It was all garbage. It was all trash.
Yeah, we got a couple things, and then
but we took it out and cleaned it.
And it was our first time using the headpiece for the GoPro. So unfortunately, even though we had some fines, they weren't really recorded because Mark just needs to tilt that thing a little bit down further. Other than that, we had a really relaxing day. It was very beautiful.
Speed bumps are serious.
And so we'll see you when we get to the beach. Free to almost.
What?
Because it's dangerous. Yeah, let's get out. So I think we are going to this beach over here. You can see it in the distance. I think that's the beach we are heading to. Yep. Alright, back to our travels.
This steep hill.
Oh, this is, oh, I don't think I recorded this yet.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on, let me get my seatbelt.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to take you on the journey. Thank you so much. So we realized that if you say good morning or good evening and you kind of have your intro of conversation, starting with that, the residents really are receptive to that. That's how I just normally talk. I was
That's
like,
normally
hi.
how we greet people.
Right, and in the States, that's what we do. We say hi, excuse me, you know, stuff like that, but that's considered kind of rude here. If you say good evening or good afternoon, whatever time of day it is, the people are like so much more welcoming and so much more receptive to your conversation. They're more willing to help you with directions or more willing to help you find something in the store. It is Friday today, so we have about this day, so that's 1, Saturday 2, so 2 full days left. And we're here at Lindquist today, so that was very quick. That was a quick ride.
Good morning.
So to pay for the beach is not bad. It's a lot more expensive in New Jersey to pay for the beach. So this isn't something that we mind doing at all. Our beach and Koki Beach were free. Megan's Bay, it was about $12 for the two of us, and Lindquist Beach, where we're at today, is about $12 as well. So, and that's for the whole day. Not bad at all. We'll see what happens. See what kind of finds we can find. Although even with the seaweed and the rough waves, it is still gorgeous. I mean, take a look. So once we got to Lindquist Beach, we found out that we are not allowed to metal detect. So the lifeguard had seen us take out the metal detector. There's no signs or anything, but he did say you're not allowed to metal detect. So we said, okay. Mark went in for a dive, and then about, an hour or two later, the lifeguard comes up to get footage because Mark thought he was turning it on, but he was really turning it off. And then when he was turning it off, he was turning it on. either I talk backwards or I don't.
You definitely talk backwards. Yes.
That was a normal thing to say.
Say it again.
I said the lady, she lost her toe rings 2 weeks later than when we were there. That was weird. You said no, she lost them 2 weeks before.
2 weeks prior to us being
Right.
Right.
Yes, that's true too.
That is not at all what you're saying.
That is true.
Right now.
We were there 2 weeks later is what I was basically saying. So I said, yeah, and she told us 2 weeks later, meaning because we were there 2 weeks later in the future.
But that's not what you said.
No, I said
that makes more sense now.
Okay, because I said, how did I phrase it? I don't know.
She lost them 2 weeks later.
Then we were there. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
2 weeks prior to us being there.
I get what prior means. Yes,
my
before.
God.
I get
Okay,
it.
so anyway, let's do this wrap up. So, unfortunately, we were too tired to do a wrap up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We ended up getting back late. We stayed at that beach for a long time.
I know, it was a really, really nice beach.
And then we had to come home, get dinner. I had to clean everything. It was a lot of work, as it was every day.
Yeah.
So by the time we ended up getting back, we were exhausted. We didn't want to do a wrap up.
Yeah.
I think we just forgot about it. So we don't have a wrap up, unfortunately, but
This picture, finger point, is here to help.
as a visual aid, even though you were able to see all the finds very clearly.
Yeah, you were very good at showing.
Wearing the head mount was a lot better. We got a lot better footage. So I think that's what we're going to continue doing from now on.
Yeah.
And you need to get a GoPro with a camera mount, a head mount. Alright, so what we found was a whole bunch of pull tabs, a battery, what is it, a C-cell battery?
Yeah.
The first find actually was that earring, that gold, what I thought was gold earring.
The big gold earring.
Yeah, it looked like a gold earring when I pulled it out of the sand, but then I started looking or inspecting it a little closer, and it looked like it had a little rust on it, so it ended up being just a junk earring, but it was still cool. First thing I pulled out, I was like, oh, this beach is going to have some good stuff, but it didn't.
So the lady's toe rings were gold as well, so we were looking specifically for gold.
That was what we were there for. We were there looking for the gold rings.
She said she had lost, between her and her mother, she had lost like 5 toe rings when they went scuba diving and took off their flippers in the water. I don't think I mentioned that before.
Yeah, no.
That's how they told us they lost them. But then as we talked to them a little bit more, and we kind of said we haven't found them yet, they kind of like casually mentioned that it was 2 weeks prior
to us being there.
So that's why Mark and I were talking about that before the video had started, and we kind of got in that debate. We're like, okay, well, if I'm such a backwards talker, let's see. Because I just say things...
Backwards.
No, I don't know. My brain works differently, so...
Yeah, in reverse, apparently.
Okay. It works efficiently, though. So, stop.
So anyway, we found a bunch of pull tabs. We found what appeared to be a tent stake encrusted in rock and sand. I don't know how it got out there. I don't know what somebody was doing. They weren't setting a tent up out there. But that was pretty deep. That was probably about 10 feet in the water. And then that shard of glass. I also found, it looks like a brick, a half or a quarter of a brick that was set in the metal detector off, but I couldn't figure out why or what was in it.
I wonder if it had anything to do with those chains that you found. Maybe they were like...
It's possible.
Maybe there was something like underneath, and then somebody dug it up at some point, or it fell, or cracked, or...
I tried breaking the brick open with the tent
that
peg.
brick was sturdy.
Yeah, that wasn't happening, so I ended up leaving the brick there. So, sorry about not getting a wrap-up in, but this, I hope, will serve as the wrap-up. Yeah, see you in the next video.